Well, it's the beginning of a new year and everybody wants to get in shape. But what about your business? Does your business need to get in shape too? Well, let's find out. Do you wake up with a feeling of dread, worried about your law firm? Are you worried about where the next client's coming from? Are you having a hard time finding and signing great clients? Do you worry about how to pay the bills, how to pay your team, how to pay yourself? Do you have trouble with your cash flow? Is it inconsistent? Do you feel like all the lawyers around you know exactly how to run a successful law firm and you don't even know where to start? Well, if the answer is yes to any of these questions, then you may need a personal trainer for your law firm. Everybody knows that a personal trainer can help you get your physical self in shape, can help get your body in shape to increase your endurance and to meet your personal fitness goals. But what about your business? How do you get help to get your law business in shape? Hi, I'm Sharon Christie, founder and CEO of Bold Women Lawyers, a coaching and consulting business for women lawyers in solo and small law firm practices. I've been a lawyer for a long time. I worked in a big law firm as an associate. I was a partner in a smaller law firm. And then for 16 years, I had my own solo firm. And I can tell you that was the best. That's what I enjoyed the most. But I made a whole lot of mistakes while I was establishing and growing my own law firm. After many months of worry and many months of fear and many months of feeling like I didn't know what I was doing, I made one great decision. I actually hired a business coach to help me sort everything out. Now, when I talk to women lawyers, I'm always surprised by how many of them are reluctant to ask for help. They either feel like it's a sign of weakness, or sometimes they're just embarrassed to admit that they don't know the basics about running a business or even some of the more sophisticated parts of running a business. And they're too embarrassed to admit it and too embarrassed to ask for help. And I understand that because that was me for a long time. But let me address that point first. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Not knowing how to run your law business is not a failure. It may seem to you like every other lawyer out there knows exactly what he or she is doing in running their law firm, but honestly, they don't. And law school never teaches you how to run a law business. But let's face it, even if they tried to teach you that in law school, would you have listened? How many people really know when they're a law student that absolutely I'm going out and I'm going to start my own law firm and I need to know the business side of the law business? Not many. So it's okay that you don't know how to do it. It really is okay. But now that you do own your law firm, what can you do? Well, you can do what any good lawyer does when she's faced with a novel problem. Do your research and get support. Now, support can come in a lot of different ways. There are certainly bar associations, the national bar associations, the state bar associations, the specialty bar associations. There are Facebook groups for lawyers where you can get help. There are CLE providers. All of these are good sources of support. But sometimes you need really personalized support just for your situation and for your law business. So what do you do then? Then you get a law business coach. Well, what does that mean? Okay, think about it this way. A personal fitness trainer is going to work with you to get your body and your health in shape. You do the same thing with a law business coach. A healthy law firm needs many things, including, number one, a passionate leader. Now, what do I mean by that? Are you passionate about the work that you do? Do you really love what you're doing? Is it what you feel you are meant to do? And if the answer is no, then are you taking steps to transition into the field of law that really is the field that's meant for you? That's step one. The second thing you've got to have, of course, is great clients. And these are the clients that you really enjoy working with, that you resonate with, that you do a great job for. They're the ones that obviously need your services and they're happy to pay for your help. You have to have a consistent marketing plan, of course, to bring those great clients in. And when you have consistent plans in place to bring in great clients and you have great clients coming through your pipeline, you are going to be a very happy lawyer because you're going to love the work that you're doing. Your cash flow, that's a third thing you need, is very positive cash flow. You have to pay the bills. It's just like in your house. You have to pay your bills. You need to know your financial numbers. You have to have good procedures in place to manage the cash flow. You need goals. Do you know where you want your law firm to be in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years? Do you know ultimately how you want to transition out of the practice of law when it comes time for you to retire or to move on to do something else? What are your goals in that area? And it's really easy to have all the goals up in your head, to think about them from time to time. Usually at the beginning of every year, that's when everybody wants to talk about their goals. But that's not enough. You need goals that are written down. You need goals that are realistic for you and that really do match what your needs and desires are. And then the next thing you need, of course, along with those goals, are plans. How are you going to get there? You know, I've heard the phrase that a goal not written down is merely a wish. Well, I add to that phrase, a goal not written down with a written plan to achieve it is merely a wish. So, what does a law business coach do for you? Well, first, she should assess your current business fitness level. And everybody's in a different place, depending on how long you've been in business, what your specialty area is, et cetera. Lots of different factors you have to look at. But, she's first going to look at what's your current fitness level, and then where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Because that's going to shape how you approach structuring your business. Where do you want to be in 3 months and 6 months and much further down the road? Then she's going to work with you to understand better what's kept you from reaching your goal in the past and what's currently standing in your way. What are you struggling with now that you feel is preventing you from moving forward and reaching your goals? And then based on all of that information, she can develop for you a personalized plan to get where you want to go. And she can work with you to help implement it. So there's many steps involved in working with a business coach for your law firm, but it's really important if you're in that phase, that position where you know that you need the help and you're ready to move forward with it. Just remember that running a solo or small firm practice is exciting and it's challenging and it's a lot of work. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel and you certainly don't have to do it alone. So how do you start? Well, here's one thing you can do right now. If you go to my website, which is boldwomenlawyers.com, download a free copy of my Bold Women Lawyers Solo Success Guide. It's full of many tips about how to run a successful law firm and things that you can implement today. So don't hesitate. Go to boldwomenlawyers.com and get your free guide. Download it right there. And if you have challenges that you know right now, you're ready to deep dive into to come up with ways to deal with those challenges and to move yourself forward, then schedule a practice and profit audit with me. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. We'll talk about what's going on in your particular case and what are some things you can do to deal with the challenges that you have. And again, you can do that at my website, boldwomenlawyers.com. So I hope you've enjoyed this talk, and don't forget to come back next week and I'll give you another practice tip.